it's Rickita. We're going to talk about the 8 things that you can do to help your credit score. This is Credit 101, episode 27. Now, last episode 26, we did the FICO estimator where we estimated what the credit score was going to be. Now, I kind of want to break down the different things that you can do to increase your credit scores. Now, if you guys do not know these different things, please write them down. Like, this is very, very important. If you just follow these things, you'll be good, okay? It's really very simple. So the first thing is you want to make sure that you correct any errors that's on your credit reports and make sure everything is complete. So if you guys have additional names, address that shouldn't be on there, correct those different things. Make sure you correct any collections, bankruptcies, all those different things you might need to get removed. If it's collection or bankruptcy, it needs to get removed from your credit report because that can help you increase your credit scores. You also want to make sure that you add positive new accounts to your credit reports. So if you guys do not have at least 4 credit cards, you guys need to work on adding those new positive accounts to your credit reports. Now, I recently, in the last estimator, we see that I applied for more credit cards. I applied for with my credit group. We did it together. We all applied for credit cards. We was getting approved for credit cards. It was great. That's what we do. But I don't want to keep doing that, you guys, because if I keep doing that, we're going to have another problem that we're going to talk about later on. But you want to make sure that you have at least 4 of them. If you don't have 4, you're hurting yourself. You're not really building your credit. And then you also want to pay your bills on time. Now, for me, my biggest thing was late payments in the past. And if I couldn't pay the whole thing, I didn't even want to pay the minimum, which was bad. So what I do is I make sure that all of my credit cards are set up so that I can just pay the minimum. I still go back in because I have a spreadsheet where I know all of my credit cards due dates, the balances. I still go back in and say, okay, I need to pay the statement balances so I don't get charged any interest. But I make sure that automatically you're going to pay the minimum. Just in case something happened to me or something, I know my credit going to be good. But I still go back in there to make sure I pay the statement balance. And that would avoid a lot of things, you guys. So make sure you have the minimum payment set up on auto pay. And then make sure you guys pay down your debt. Having too much debt, you paying a lot of interest on that. You want to make sure that you're paying down your debt. Now, I'm technically been getting bit by, I want to say getting bit by Dave Ramsey. I talk a lot about credit cards, but he helped me pay off my first vehicle within the 2 years, which is really good. I kind of stopped, but I'm back on it. I need to pay off my student loans. I need to do other things. That's what my goals are, you guys. So I don't want to keep debt around, and it's going to help your credit score in the end too. And it's going to make us you have more credit available to you if you want to use it for businesses or whatever you want to do. So make sure you guys are paying down that debt. Another thing, you want to make sure you maintain at least 4 credit cards. Don't only just get these credit cards. You guys have to maintain them. Make sure that you're not closing them. You want these accounts to get old. In the estimator, they want to know what's the oldest account that you have because age is a big factor. That's why when people buy trade lines, they want to get old accounts. And trade lines, you guys, I think we talked about it before. We're going to definitely talk about it in the future if we haven't already. So definitely stick around. We're going to talk about those. And you want to make sure you keep your balance below 5%. So that's the rule that I follow, you guys. And also, you seen on there 0 to 9%. That was like the best one. So you guys want to make sure that you're following that and avoid any hard inquiries. Those hard inquiries are really going to hurt you. So you want to make sure that you're avoiding them and avoid new collections being added to your credit reports. If you guys get a letter in the mail saying, hey, we have a new account for you. If you don't respond, we're going to add this account to your credit reports. You want to make sure you respond right away because that new collection can really drop your credit score. I don't care if you're in the 800s. It's going to drop you down even more. The lower your credit score is, the less your credit score is going to go down. The higher your credit score is, the more your credit score can go down. So make sure you guys avoid these new collections. But if you guys do that, you guys will be good. Everything's set up on auto pay. You paying everything. You shouldn't have any collections or charge-offs or anything like that. You shouldn't be filing for bankruptcy because you're paying down your debt anyway. You don't really owe anything. We avoid so much by following these different steps. And this is something that I had to learn and something I had to implement. But let's go ahead and talk about the common errors of your credit reports because there's so many errors on your credit reports. Let's go ahead and talk about that in episode 28.